This is the dismantle of a Marxist trash. So yeah, guys, apparently President Trump is gonna dismantle the Marxist license rush. So yeah, amazing, we're so up. This was the car of my dreams, always been. The Jeep Wrangler, even though I didn't get a chance to have one. So they dismantling BLM Plaza. You got like most of Marxist crime and why not,
As Rocker, you can literally
It's a
see
cute-
the plaza being removed, cobblestone by cobblestone.
They've been dismantled. No more Marxist propaganda. And it tells a lot, it shows a lot, like the accomplishment that we made, like last November. And it proves one more time that, President Trump is doing what he's supposed to. So he won't lie to the people. So. He was taking photos of me, but that's okay. You're always gonna have to have people like that, like different customs and stuff. But other than that, yeah, this is BLM. Well, they haven't done nothing, so I think they just starting today. So probably gonna be done by Friday. Hopefully they rename it Trump Plaza or like America First Plaza. But I don't know. I think the sign is removed. But yeah. And it's amazing that at least we are accomplishing a lot. Like you get rid of this. Just put it. Just name it America First Plaza. I was thinking name it J6 Plaza. Well, even though J6 didn't happen here, I would have like around like Capitol Hill. It can be like J6 Plaza. But yeah, this is it. This is it. You see. When they dismantle this thing, I want a piece of brick of this thing. If I'm gonna have the chance, I'm gonna ask if I can get it. But
well, we have the continuing resolution bill still just to be voted on.
I'm not gonna put my MAGA hat right now. I'm not gonna put it on right now, not to just call a lot of attention, like from media and stuff. So I'm just gonna lay low. I'm gonna wait for more people to come and show up. There's a friend of mine around here, she has a sign in well, yeah, we have media here, not many people. I was expecting people like actually like protesting, like a resistance, but there's nothing. It's mostly like media and stuff. Oh hi, excuse me. Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
So I mean, like, what are they doing here? If you might ask, because I heard like many news, so I don't know. Like, I just want to be updated. Like,
so this is the Black Lives Matter Plaza.
Right.
It was built a couple of years back. I guess around 2020, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
So, the city, in order to get funding from the federal government, the DC Mayor Muriel Bowser decided to. One of the requests from the federal government was to take care of this plaza.
Right.
Basically, they're gonna paint it over and they're gonna rename it. I don't know if you can see the sign on the street.
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter Plaza.
What are they gonna rename it to?
If I'm not mistaken, I think it's Liberty Plaza.
Liberty Plaza. Which is interesting to probably they have names of like different abbreviations. But
So they're gonna paint over this. They took already kind of those metal lamps that you could see on the other side.
yeah.
So I'm not sure when exactly they're gonna paint over, but if it's an estimate, I would say like around midnight, so nobody's really around the area.
Right, because they cannot be people around here.
Yeah. That and it might cause some protests. So.
Right.
But yeah, that's what's been happening since today.
Yeah, I've been checking. I'm an activist actually, and I've been checking out. I came by and see. I was expecting people, but
I think they come and go usually because it's a work day. They either might show up around 6 or 7, but I haven't seen any like event organized.
If you mind asking who you work for, what agency?
I work for Entrovision Univision, the Spanish speaking.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
wanted to kind of check this out because when I moved,
Yeah, because
to
this was
DC
all over like social media and stuff.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
And this is this. They painted it twice. They did a normal paint one, and then they kind of rebuilt it into this kind of little plaza. But now they're taking it out.
right. No, there cannot be a chance that they can like remake it again someday in the future. If they
Possibly, yes.
well, like, we wouldn't it would have to need another administration, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
And I know Mayor Bowser wants to either do some sort of decoration in this area, but she hasn't really been specific about what she's going to do. Something about the 200th anniversary, I think.
Right.
From the country.
No, I'm not from here. I'm from Maryland. When do you guys have elections for that mayor? For mayor, I think.
For mayor,
She's leaving, right? She's leaving next
well,
year.
she's at her third term, and I think she can't run for a fourth, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, this might be her last.
So this is because I was trying to get like piece of the yellow brick, you know, but I don't know how.
No, I think it's still like painted over, but
Right. I mean, like when they break it, you know, it's like pieces. It can be pieces of yellow.
maybe
Yeah.
because they might just like power wash it and paint it over.
Right. Okay. So they're not like destroying this and no. That's
Probably just painting it.
okay. Yeah, it makes more sense, you know, and it's less money they'll
Yeah.
spend.
As
Less.
you can see,
know.
they just kind of took out those. I think they also work as lamps, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. I'm gonna be just here for a little
Okay,
and stuff.
have a good one.
All right. So yeah, that's the media, you know, the fake news. You know, I don't want to put my MAGA hat because I don't want to like be in the spot and people are just looking and stuff. So, yeah, it's just. But yeah, this is BLM Plaza and they getting dismantled. You know, the Marxist life is getting dismantled. So yeah, apparently I thought they were gonna break this and just rebuild, but yeah, like this most likely they're gonna paint. But I'm wondering if they paint, they cannot just remove this and like, you know, the paint cannot get removed. I'm just curious, you know. So which I was expecting more people to be here, you know. This is disgusting. What's his name? Jack Posobiec's brother was here earlier, giving these people coffee and stuff. So I'm gonna go by the White House and come back. So
Overthrow what we have going here in America.
those are nice shoes.
And overthrow what we have historically.
But yeah, like most of this stuff is polarized. You know, most of the stuff that you see here, and the good thing is that like these upcoming generations, I'm Gen X, I'm Gen Z, 99. So I'm just glad that these upcoming generations are gonna grow up with President Trump, and hopefully if he gets reelected in 28, this new generation is gonna grow up, you know, not so woke. I mean, like, because you're gonna remove woke agendas from the schools, from the public schools. You're gonna get rid of gender identity. You're gonna get rid of a lot of woke things. So these upcoming generations probably gonna grow up. I mean, the generations after me. I'm Gen Z. After me is gonna be Generation Alpha. So those generations probably not gonna be so indoctrinated and I mean, if they're not so indoctrinated, then, you know, I think we're going to have a big chance to win the culture war, you know. And that's going to be huge. That's going to be huge for us. I mean, a huge win. And yeah, I mean, I knew this was coming. I knew this was coming because this administration is being tough. And that's what we need. We need a president that's going to be tough on policy, you know, not a crook that's just going to sit up there and say, oh yeah, we're just going to do this and we're going to do that and we're going to fix this and and it's just words and no action, you know, like, and it's just talk and not action. And yeah, you know, it was obvious that President Trump was going to accomplish this. So I'm happy with this administration, but I want to see more. I want to see like people get arrested. Actually, people from organizations getting arrested and trying court, you know. Like or banning people from like protesting certain things, you know. That's what I want. So I think President Trump needs to be a little more tough, you know. I know he's been, you know, for like less than 2 months, but you know, if you commander in chief, I mean, you got all the powers and all the access to a lot of things, so you can make it happen. 2028 is coming, so we're gonna re-elect Donald Trump in 28. I don't care what people have to say. If I'm making statements that are not true, but yeah, Trump can run in 28 because a president needs to repeat its term. If a president is elected as president and he only spent 4 years, and then he in some, like, let's say 8 years, 10 years, runs again and gets re-elected again, then he's gonna have to repeat his term. I mean, like, that's why we're fighting for that. So I think 28 is gonna be huge for us. It's gonna be amazing. So I mean, getting re-elected, that's what I'm saying. If we re-elect Donald Trump, these upcoming generations after me are gonna grow not woke. So we're gonna have a big chance to, like, win the House and the Senate and just get back, So, and it show a lot, this past administration, I mean, this failure administration, it showed that, they couldn't run a country. So, look, I think this was, I don't know if this was the first, I don't think this was the first time in history that a president stepped down. Well, like, if they were not assassinated, like a president, they stepped down. I think this is the first time in history. So yeah, it shows that the Biden administration was a failure to the people. But yeah, this is the so-called Marxist Plaza or BLM Plaza. So yeah, you can even see, this is the BLM Plaza, and it's getting dismantled. You gotta just dismantle this, dismantle the lies of these people, the corruption. And I'm just curious, I'm just curious how much tax money was spent to this freaking BS, to this bullshit, because it's bullshit, dude. Just put a white lives matter, or like all lives matter, dude, like, or Argentinian lives matter, like. But yeah, this place is getting dismantled. All these crooks, all these wokes, they've been in office for like long time. They've been exposed, So once you expose the woke agenda and their evil doings, and that's what President Trump is doing. I mean, it's a great accomplishment, but and you get rid of indoctrination in schools. So the good thing about this is these upcoming generations are gonna grow up not so woke. You're not gonna have this in schools. You're not gonna have this in colleges. You're not gonna have this anymore. So there's no gender identity anymore. So when there's no gender identity, you're gonna have a big chance to win elections. You're gonna have a big chance to win policy, because once you promote these ideas, then the people are the ones that are gonna elect you, and not the establishment. Because the establishment are the same crooks, the same globalist crooks who stole a lot from the American people. So yeah, that's all it is. This is the church, and that's BLM Plaza. It's a beautiful afternoon of sun, evening, you can say evening, but like, they getting dismantled. They've been dismantled, And if you call yourself a resistance, these people are not resistance, they're clowns, dude. Like, I don't put my MAGA hat on because I don't want to get abused, and there's not many people here, so they're not protesting. So if there's more people here, if it gets crowded, then yeah, just so, because no one is protesting, so I don't want to be the one by myself, just But yeah, and it shows a lot. It shows how polarized is this country, and it's good, like BLM Plaza. So, and probably the George Floyd statue is gonna get removed. I mean, that's gonna be next. So, and check, this dude hasn't even been in office for freaking 2 months, and he has accomplished stuff. But like I said, I think President Trump, he needs to be more tough in organizations like Antifa, make these organizations extremist, like may go after these people. Anybody who's affiliated, like, go get on charge and put them in prison for gang affiliation. put them in prison for 3 years, mandatory, and that's it. Make them serve their time, and make them disavow those ideologies, and move on in life. That's what we need. You see, this is what I'm talking about. All this freaking wokeness, you know, and you're always gonna have stuff like that, but and you know. Now let's pretend. Hey Filippo, how you doing?
Hey brother, how you doing?
See you. I just around, you know.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
talk to you later.
You too.
I'll be there.
Okay.
So yeah, these people been here for this is something else. This is like Cabillo that's against war. So yeah, but they have, you know, certain little ideologies that I don't agree with, you know. But you know, like you gotta just play, you know, like that because you don't want people not to talk to you. You know, you don't want people to say, you know, not wanted to talk to you. So. And yeah, well, this is historical. This is historical because this is my first time as a Paron J6er that's gonna be actually outside the White House when it's open to the public. The first time. And I don't know if I'm gonna be the only J6er that's gonna be outside the grounds of the White House once it's reopened after we win pardon. So you're gonna see history once again. So yeah, this is historical. I mean, like, you can tell this is huge, you know. This will be huge and stuff, but you got a little faggot up there, a chimp. You know he has connections to Antifa and stuff. You even have undercover feds around here. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta be careful. Like, when you protest coming through, bro, like, don't do this shit by yourself because there's undercover people, there's Antifa. So it's like, you don't wanna get yourself wrapped up into some BS and, you know. Oh yeah, it's amazing. That's where Daddy Trump lives. This is the first time a J6 gets to see the White House after being pardoned. And yeah, well, you got people here from all over the world, you know, like tourists and stuff, tourist people. So, yeah. Even from other states. So some people work here, some people don't. So yeah, the White House is open to the public. It's like life is normal again. The whole entire planet goes back to normal life again. Everything is right in the world again. 1 + 1 = 2. So yeah. Bring back the Trumpy. You see, that's how life works. You know, you just gotta really, actually, like, you have to like be a resistance and fight against fascism in order to win elections, and that's what we did in November. So, a government that suppresses the people do not succeed. So. Everything is normal again. Everything is normal again. Beautiful day. Like I said, BLM is getting dismantled, and they they'll no longer succeed. They'll no longer be another. I even believe that, you know, like he's probably gonna make new legislations. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like if he got rid of freaking BLM Plaza, he can make that organization illegal. Like, you know, so I wouldn't give a doubt about it. Why? So this is a. I keep talking because there's 11 people watching, so I'm talking to the audience. So yeah. And this is the Secret Service. It's a nice car, actually. You know. So once you get rid of all this woke agenda, this indoctrination, all this stuff, you're gonna win elections because you don't have these people anymore. You're not promoting them. So, you know, like these upcoming generations will not know nothing about it. I mean, it's gonna be illegal. That is gonna be legal. It's gonna be legal. But yeah, that will be legal. It will be illegal. So yeah, go back to the White House as a Paron J6er, as a Paron hostage. It's beautiful. And it shows one more time, bro. It shows one more time that we can win elections. It shows one more time that we can win elections, you know. So that's what Mr. Trump is doing, and he's gonna accomplish a lot. So yeah. You got my Trumpy. But yeah. In electing Kash Patel was the greatest thing, but like Kash Patel needs action, man. Like, I mean, if he's already in office, he got to start, you know, firing all those people, all those crooks. So yeah, White House reopens to the public. Everything is normal again.
Hold on, DRC. Hold on, DRC. Let me get DRC in here. This next national anthem. This is the national anthem of Guinea.
You got all these freaking woke people around here, like these homeless people, like ditching the system and stuff, living off that stuff. You know. You know what's insane? I'm a first generation American. Well, first generation. I was born here. My parents came here legally. And I have a life. I mean, I got a credit card, a debit card, I pay my bills. These people have been here for centuries, like, and they live like that. Like, how is that even possible? Like, you know. So yeah, you can tell, you know, that. And a lot of stuff, you know, like, in, like I said, you know, like this election it was a game changer. I mean, all the J6ers, well, not all the hostages. I would say 99% of the hostages are already released and pardoned. And yeah, you know, like, life is back to normal again. You know what I'm gonna start doing? Instead of freaking removing stickers or whatever, I'm just gonna make my own, or like pro-Trump or pro-America first, and just put them on top of it. That's what I'm gonna start doing. But you know, that's gonna be probably from like later this week.
Probably not.
So some fucking criminal was trying to tear down this statue. Some criminal back in 21. His name is Jason Charter. He's an Antifa. He was trying to tear down this statue. So I want Kash Patel to go back, rearrest him again, and give him the real sentence, which is not probation. It's gonna be 5 years in prison, and that's it for like destruction of property.
Requested paint on Angie.
So yeah, you know, like, and throw them in prison. But for now, well, like I said, Kash Patel just gotta do his job. You know, like he cannot be just talk and convert. No. Just we want action. You know, like if you're really for law and order, you know, just listen to your president. You know, or like the orders. Go by the, follow law, don't be a crook. But yeah, BLM Plaza is finally getting dismantled, and I'm gonna be here for that. I don't care, if it's at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. I'm gonna be here for that, and I'm gonna live stream the dismantle of BLM Plaza. The dismantle of BLM Plaza. Well, the dismantle of Marxism, basically. It's interesting that no one's around here, so making their resistance, And you got all these faggots and dykes spreading their freaking entrance vegetables, spreading their garbage propaganda, They just gotta clean the streets from Marxism. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what you gotta do, That's what you have to do. Look at this garbage. Like I said, once they put a stickers, I'm just gonna put one on top of it, And you gotta be careful for your surroundings who's around here, You don't know if they're they're watching me, They're probably gonna bring people here to watch again for what? For nothing, basically. So she has a hat that says Luigi. So she's promoting murderers. She's promoting people who did stuff that's, heinous. And they get to walk around the White House like that, And people just, and if you report this to the feds, they just don't do nothing, But hey, you want to go after a grandma who was protesting against election fraud and election corruption. So So yeah, they're getting dismantled, the Marxist and communist. But yeah. You gotta speed on that. You know what's funny? Hey, let's wait for this car to get by. I was gonna say something. I was gonna do something. You gotta give them the hug, spit on the thing. The hug. Well, yeah. Most these works, yeah, like they're gonna paint it over. They're not just gonna destroy this place. They're just gonna paint it over. And this is the place. This is the Marxist agenda they promoting. I'm a first generation American and I have an accent, so my life doesn't matter. And this is the fallacy and the false, the indoctrination that these people have. They said Black Lives Matter, but they're not for Americans. They're not for nobody. These people have an agenda, and they've been doing this for a long time. For example, the pro-Palestinian cause. The pro-Palestinian, it was supposed to be for Palestinians and people who really get involved, basically kill or whatever. But now these people want to promote their Marxist and all these leftist ideologies and infiltrate the ideologies into the pro-Palestinian movement in order to promote their propaganda. And that's how they're getting exposed. They're getting exposed by doing those things. So, yeah, you just gotta be willing to fight and change the nation. So, if you don't fight the Marxists, they will kill you. You gotta fight the Marxists. Like Javier Milei say, president of Argentina, you don't give these people a millimeter. You don't give these people an inch because they will kill you. You don't give them nothing. That's why Trump is going to have to change the system, change the whole system, change the election cycle, and get re-elected in 28. That's what he needs to do, and I know he's going to do. Somehow he's going to get re-elected in 28. I know. I know. So because constitution, this is not a constitution. This is not a democracy. This is a constitutional republic. So yeah, this is a constitutional republic. This is not a democracy. People think this is a democracy. This is not a democracy. This is a constitutional republic. And yeah, we got infiltrated by Marxists and communists. So yeah. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to like wear this MAGA hat because they're gonna ask me for an interview. I'm not ready for that and stuff. So, and they getting dismantled. Like this Marxist agenda has to go away. That's why we're gonna fix it. If you look up there, that's White House up there, and they're probably gonna clean the whole thing here, the whole area. I think this is MSNBC.
Live tonight on Black Lives Matter.
This is MSNBC.
People continuing to come out.
In it's public property.
What?
It's public property.
No, I'm just saying you're in his live stream.
Okay. So yeah, this is BLM Plaza. They're getting dismantled for being Marxist. Like a lot of taxpayer money went to these organizations, and even the head of BLM, you know, like these work organizations, what they did with the money, they wasted in a mansion. Did they help me? They didn't help me. So now, if these people consider me a minority, listen, to be honest with you, if BLM considers me a minority and I go to BLM and I ask for help, they're gonna say, F you, you're not black, you're not one of us. So they're pretty racist. And this is something that you're not gonna see. That's why this is a bullshit. This is a bullshit, and this place shouldn't even exist. This place shouldn't even exist, dude. Like, this is disgusting. Like, how are you gonna, like, the capital of the United States is gonna be disrespected like that? And at the end of the day, this is a place that's woke. This is a place that's Marxist. The most, when I say this place, I'm talking about Washington, D.C. The most people here leaning towards the left. I don't know why. I don't know why, like, us living in Washington, D.C. can lead people to have Marxist ideals, you know? So yeah, that's why we gotta change the system. Like, once Trump got in office, I mean, he's doing what he's supposed to, and all his followers. Yeah, get rid of all the unions, wasting tax money, and it was a whole waste of tax money, and that was obvious. Like, that was gonna happen one day. But once you change the system and civilizations change, generations. And that's a good thing, that these upcoming generations are not going to be indoctrinated. So they're not going to grow up with these ideals or these ideologies, not indoctrination. So you get to change policy. Once you change policy, you can, if Trump doesn't run, then somebody from the Republicans, or at least, I don't know, like, you know, somebody with the same ideals as him might run and win the elections. And yeah, you know, that was obvious. That was obvious that was going to happen. Yeah. It's finally going away. So I'm gonna stay here. I'm not gonna go nowhere until this thing gets dismantled or paid off or whatever. But you know, give it the hack tool, spit on the thing. We're just gonna walk around. They're looking at me because I just spit on it. So I mean, there's not people here. There's not a lot of people here, but you know, like, all you gotta do is expose these people, expose those crooks. Listen, so after 4 years of the regime, after 4 years of dictatorship, we take back this nation. So, I mean, Donald Trump won the election against all odds, and what we're doing is an accomplishment. I think what we're doing is an accomplishment, and we're gonna fix we're gonna fix this shit, you know. Excuse my French, but yeah, we're gonna fix this country. So this should be named America First Plaza, you know. So when you have an agenda that promotes only one race, it's kind of racist, you know, for your people, for me, for my people, you know. Because these people are not gonna help me. Like, these organizations are not gonna help me as a minority or whatever they want to call, as a first generation American. They're not gonna help me. So they're kind of racist. So because they have a black supremacist idea,
that they were hoping that it could remain.
This is MNBC. The same fake news of all time that spread lies about President Trump. You know. You're fake news. You're fake news, man. Spreading lies about President Trump. Yep. Call them out, dude. You gotta call out these people like that, and that is resistance. Resistance is standing. You're fake news. Hey, yo, you're fake news. You're fake news. Don't let him. I'm not gonna let him do the script. Huh?
What are you?
Why you care?
Fake news. What are you?
Huh? I was pardoned by President Trump.
You what?
I was pardoned by President Trump.
You were pardoned by President?
Yes.
Why? Well, why did you need to be pardoned?
Because I stood up against election corruption, election integrity.
How did you do that?
January 6th.
Really?
Yes.
Do you think you deserve to be pardoned?
Yes, because I didn't destroy any property and I didn't assault anyone.
Okay.
I'm just, it's a free country, so I think I got my right,
Yeah, you do.
of free speech,
Absolutely.
But we want transparency, we want transparency. We want real news.
You want conspiracy?
Transparency.
Or transparency?
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, have a nice day.
Okay. So yeah, that's MNBC. So yeah, they've been spreading the same lies, like they're not for us, they're not gonna tell you the truth because they have an opinion. Once you have an opinion, you're not spreading like real news. You don't have, it's a Marxist agenda. It's like it's leading to communism and Marxism. So when you have an opinion, you cannot be a journalist because you're not gonna tell the truth. It's gonna be biased, and that's why I call them out. Listen, and yeah, like that's why I gotta call them out. Like MSNBC, CNN, all these people, and I have the right because this is public property and live streaming, and this is good. Now his MSNBC. I don't know. I'm hoping he posted on his X account, and I'm hoping I go viral. If it gets to happen, But yeah, you gotta call these people out, Now that's free speech. You cannot say nothing because it's free speech, so it is free speech, And we want transparency. We want real stuff. We want real news. He told me if I thought what I did was right. Well, sir, I didn't assault anyone. I didn't destroy no property. I didn't assault you. I didn't assault no cops. I didn't destroy property. I did what President Trump told me to do. Peacefully and patriotically march to the Capitol. And that's what I did. And I didn't hurt no one, peacefully. I did it peacefully. So, if they want to say something else, I don't care because that's how they gonna, that's what they gonna pretend, that's how they gonna see you. So. And they're fake news. They're fake news because they're trying to say, first of all, I mentioned something and I didn't do no action. So it was phrases. It was a conversation. It was no action. Other than that, what we've been doing is amazing. Like accomplishing, getting elected. Trump gets re-elected after like getting prosecuted, facing prosecution, facing freaking indictments, facing court hearings, fabricated charges, facing 54 felonies, facing impeachments. And still, you win the election. Like, you almost got assassinated. You got shot in the ear. And you still win the election. And you become president. And these crooks, all these fake news, all these people trying to spread fake news and defame my President Trump. So this is what I'm gonna do. If that guy gets to post that video and I get bashed, I'm gonna open a donations account, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I hope he does. I hope he posts the video, and yeah, I mean, like, you gotta stand against people who has an opinion. These fake journalists who have an opinion, because you're not a journalist, because you have an opinion. You gotta be transparent. You gotta be in the middle. You cannot be biased. So he asked me if what I did was right. Well, what, handing out Bibles? Do you think handing out Bibles is wrong? No, I don't think handing out Bibles is wrong. And standing against election corruption, peacefully, because I didn't assault anyone. The worst thing that I did is that some influencer who actually worked for the government handed me a table. I don't know why she handed me a table. I don't know why she did hand me a table. I don't know who gave the table to her. I don't know if she was paid by the feds to set me up and get me locked up, because that person didn't went to jail. Even though she got arrested, she didn't spend a single day in a prison cell. So I have a lot of questions if I was set up by her. And so that's my new theory, my new conspiracy, that, there's this girl, she's an influencer, and apparently she worked for the government. Now, check this out. When Jake Lang got arrested, they put him in jail. And Jacob Lang, without a due process, have to sit in there for 4 years. Now, this influencer, they hand the table to me and set me up. She got arrested, but she didn't spend no time in jail. So and she never was sentenced. She was never tried. So I'm asking myself, and she worked for the government. So was she paid by the FBI? Was she paid by the feds? Was she paid by George Soros, or like the Trump administration, whoever, the Biden administration, the Trump administration, to be there? So I have questions. She worked for Paul Gosar, he's from Arizona, I think. And yeah, and she handed me a table. So I don't know if they were expecting me to do something with it, to use it against somebody. So I have many questions, because I think she was one of the people that got me arrested. Well, because my thing is different, and I spoke to these people. So when I had an interview for the J6, before I was gonna be tried. I have an interview with these people, and these people told me, I'm trying to get the confidential witness, like whoever is snitching me, or call the cops. They're not letting me have that information. I subpoena and I FOIA, and they're not giving me that information. It says confidential witness. For somehow, they're not giving me no information, and I'm just trying to get this information from all these people, and but yeah, that's what's up. So listen, I'm gonna, because it's still hot right now, so I don't know, it's the media, I don't know. I mean, they're dirty, so I don't know if they're gonna use the stay against you, the Secret Service. So I'm gonna end the stream right now, and I'm gonna go live probably in 2 hours or so, once that area clear up, or probably if there's people coming, if there's people trying to obstruct the removal of that, I'm gonna be helping. I'm gonna go against them, and I'm gonna counter protest that stuff. So I'm just gonna hang around here for a little 2 hours, probably gonna go eat something and just hang around. And then if something pops up, if there's a protest or something going on, then I'm gonna go back on a live stream. So that I did there is legal, because it's free speech. He's fake news. Well, I have an opinion that I believe he's fake news. So listen, if Antifa can go and loot stores, destroy property, if Black Lives Matter can go and bust windows, why cannot call the media fake news in public? So because that's what they are. That's what they are. That's a nice bike. Beautiful. And yeah, that's what happens. When all these criminals, all these thugs, crooks, thugs. Do you know what's more disgusting? That Kamala Harris, or these politicians, actually pay those criminals their bail. I mean, that's disgusting, dude. And then you expect me just to sit here and my arms crossed and say, "Oh no, I'm just gonna let you bash me. I'm just gonna let these people no." we need reparations. We as political hostages, because that's what we are. I mean, even Trump said it himself. We as political hostages need justice. We need reparations, and that's what we do. Jake Lang. I already signed his petition, so I'm praying on Jake Lang, because if it happens, then that's it. Our life is gonna be fixed. Just what's he say? 5 billion. Like, just imagine, like 5 billion. Like, how much money is that? I mean, how much money you get? Because it's like 700 people. So I multiply for that, and that's more than 1 million that each person gets. More than a million. So I'm hoping that Jake Lang, I'm hoping this works. And even if it doesn't work, we can try it again and again and again. We can try civil lawsuits, defamation. We're gonna try a lot. This is not the end, dude. This is just the beginning. And with this administration, with Kash Patel, with Kristi Noem, with Tulsi Gabbard, with all these people, with Elon Musk, I mean, like, I think we're heading towards the right direction. And yeah, I mean, that's. Hey, but listen, every time, if you're a Trump supporter and you're watching this, and well, you see the media is not Fox News, they're not media. You see this media crook, scream to them, you're fake news, and interrupt them. Don't let them promote their news. That's what you have to do, So. And yeah, I mean, he said, why do you feel, do you think it's good what you did? Well, first of all, I didn't destroy any property. I didn't assault anyone. I was handing out Bibles. They wanna falsely imprison me. That's their problem, those are those crooks. So check this out. They put you in a trial, right? So they tell you. So you're either gonna take a plea, and if you don't take a plea, we're just gonna throw you there for 3 years. So and that's why they make you fear. Like I said, the court system is a circus. It is a circus. It only applies to rich people, and it only applies to the poor and naive. So, like I said, when it comes to a restraining order, if somebody stalks me or like do this shit to me that they've been doing for 3 years, there's no freaking way. You would have to hire an attorney. But if I get a speeding ticket or a DUI, they lock me up and they assign me a public defender. Why? Because it's crook. Because the court system is crook. Okay, but when they commit crimes against me, why cannot give me a public defender? Why gotta spend $6,000 in some person that's gonna grave my money and just represent me? Like on a freaking hearing that's gonna take probably an hour. When that I have an accent, when I'm a straight male, when there's bias in the system, and most likely you're not gonna win. So yeah, and yeah, I mean, that's the good thing about this country. That things are changing. That's why Donald Trump is gonna have to get in office, change some things, make legislations, do some paperwork, get rid of the elections, get yourself re-elected in 28 because they stole your election. First of all, if you don't repeat your presidential term 8 years and they steal your election, you can qualify to get re-elected in 2028. And yeah, we're gonna make it happen. Daddy Trump is gonna run for president in 28, and he's gonna win. He's gonna be re-elected. So that's my hope. Well, that's the hope of everybody. So we have a lot of things. We have Jake Lang lawsuit. We have all these things. I have my job waiting for me in the DHS. All these beautiful things are gonna come. We're gonna have beautiful bridges, beautiful infrastructure. Everything is gonna change. Like 1 + 1 = 2. Like, everything is normal again. So everybody who's watching, this is what's gonna happen to the United States. It's gonna be rebuilt again. We're gonna make it great again. And that's it. We don't need a crooked politician. We don't need policies. We don't need none. We need a strong leader. Only one man, a strong leader that's gonna stand for the people. That's what we need. That's it. And that's why we have Trumpy, so. I mean, check this out. I was pardoned by the greatest president of all time. I mean, by a president of the United States. And see, I'm not even a criminal. I'm not even a thug. I'm not even a felon. I'm not even nothing, bro. Like, I'm a political activist. I mean, that's something that doesn't happen every day. And still, we get to win. So yeah, But when there's fake news, when there's news out there promoting their agenda, speaking against Trumpy, against our president, against my president, you gotta call them out. You gotta call them out as fake news, as people that they're not doing their job. People who are not promoting the real news. They don't have transparency. They're not being transparent, and that's it. If you don't like Trump, okay, don't like Trump, but be transparent. And you're leaning towards a direction like political or like the nation. Like those people shouldn't even exist. Those offices shouldn't. That's not free of press because you have an opinion, because you have a bias, because you have bias. So you're not reporting news. You're reporting bias. You're trying to bash people. That's it. You shouldn't even be around. Like I believe that Trump should close those offices down, abolish. Get rid of political in the nation. All those MSNBC, CNN, close them down. And just have news media that's America First policies for the people, by the people, of the people. And that's how we're gonna accomplish things. But sitting there and just talking and saying that you're gonna do this and not do things, we need action. We need action, and that's what President Trump, like I said, BLM Plaza. If he got rid of BLM Plaza, he can get rid of Antifa. So if he make all these legislations, he can get rid of a lot of things. He can get rid of the Federal Reserve, everything. All those woke policies. And that's why he's doing it. Now, and listen, I'm going to put this out there. Don't believe because of Trump, because of President Trump, sign a legislation against anti-woke policies and anti-indoctrination, people just gonna obey. No, there's people that's gonna go around under the blanket or under the table wanted to promote these ideas in schools. So those people need to get busted. And that's why we gotta recommend this guy Kash Patel to take action, and go after these people. He cannot just let them just run the street like that and do whatever they want. No, this country will be respected and there will be no more indoctrination. So that's all. I'm gonna land my plane and I'll talk to you guys later. So I might go live in 2 hours or 3 hours. So I'm just coming from Philadelphia and just came here, check something out, some stuff out. And yeah, But yeah, it seems pretty calm, it's just people walking, you don't see people around here anymore, So yeah, that's the story of the District of Columbia, the dismantle of a Marxist agenda, the dismantle of the Marxist Plaza. He should have renamed that stuff to Trump Plaza or America First Plaza or J6 Plaza. It'll be interesting. They said Liberty, not Liberty. He mentioned Liberty or Unity Plaza. I think it was Liberty Plaza. That was gonna be the name. And yeah, most of the stuff has to happen. So once you change policy, you can fix your nation. You cannot just do things like that. And once they change policy, you can change elections. And yeah, indoctrination. These upcoming generations will not be indoctrinated. So that's gonna be an easier path to win elections. Alpha, all this the alpha. These people are not gonna be indoctrinated. So let's say he doesn't just get rid of indoctrination. He changed it so people be educated with Christian values, America First policies in schools. You put this in schools, through schools, to seniors and colleges, you're gonna have a big chance to win elections. So if he gets reelected in 28, if we get reelected in 28, or he puts someone from his cabinet to run in 28, and you don't have indoctrination, you don't have these woke policies, right, your population is gonna change. Population changes, generations change. So you're gonna have a bigger shot to win elections and remain in power. That's all we need, We don't need people who don't love this country. We don't need people who just promote these anti-American, ideals. That should be illegal, they should be thrown in jail. But yeah, that's what's happening. And It's been happening for a long time, and finally, like BLM Plaza is getting dismantled. Like this Marxist agenda is getting removed from our nation. But like I say, if you take action and throw these people in jail for promoting those anti-American policies, those pro-Palestinian people, throw them in jail, make laws, change legislations, executive orders, you can change the whole system. You gotta change the system. So that's how you win elections, by getting those people in those circles, you know. And they want to indoctrinate kids because kids are innocent. They don't know nothing. So if you get them indoctrinated right, that's how all these disgusting pedophiles, you know, gonna like infiltrate into our schools and our systems. So that's why he's getting rid of that. He's getting rid of transgender policies, you know, getting these people off the military, schools, sports, and that's the right thing. I think that's first step towards democracy, first step towards, you know, accomplishment. And that's what's been happening. So yeah, that's what we need. Legislation. Yeah, he signed a legislation a couple like weeks ago, like of the two gender policy. So it's only male and female. So like these people wouldn't be using like restrooms, like your restroom, or you know, you're not gonna be sharing your restroom with some queer or some weirdo, you know, some faggot, you know, like you're not gonna sharing your restroom with your daughter. Will not be sharing your restroom with a man who claims to be a woman, but he's not a woman because it's a mental illness. It is a mental illness, and it only takes a president to change legislation, and that's why, you know, people think this is a democracy. This is a constitutional republic. This country is not a democracy. It was never a democracy. So once you change legislation and you implement executive orders, that's how you change the system, and that's what we're doing. That's why we're heading towards 2028. So let's see if we can get a better view of the White House. But if you get to like change legislation, like I said, he needs to go. Like I think Trump should like check that out. Like I think he knows. He's just not gonna like promote that right now. Like of the 28 re-election, 2028 re-election, you know. And yeah, I mean it'll be a great accomplishment, because if you were president and then they stole your election, you couldn't do 8 years, then you can, if you run again and win an election, you can stay for 2 terms and you won't have a problem. Like, you know, like the Constitution, what Constitution says that? First of all, what Constitution are you talking about? Like, first of all, it's always been 2 genders, male and female. Like, if that's the case, then there is no Constitution. So what Constitution are you talking about? Like, you know. So they talk about woke policies. You know, once you change those woke policies, you can change your government, you can change your society, you can change generations, you can change civilizations. You're gonna change a lot, you know. But like I said, you know, this guy, you know, like I think Kash Patel, like DOJ, they gotta be more strict against all these organizations. You know, all these freaking like Antifa, and criminalize all those people. You know, all those people that you arrest in 2020, go back again, go after them again, and recharge them again with federal crimes and put them in prison, one by one. That's, I mean, if I was head of the FBI, that's what I'd be working on right now. So, yeah. And the system needs to change, you know, like for the good of people, you know. That's media, they have credentials for the good of people. A lot of things need to change. This is nothing, this is just a brand. Once you change policy, you can change the nation. Now, illegal immigration, I mean, that's working towards, it's looking good, you know, like none of these people are coming here anymore, you know. Take all their services, deport them all. We don't need those criminals here. Like, you know, And like I say, if you're strong in policy, you win elections. You're gonna win a lot of elections. So yeah,
You tell him to come to the car park.
that's what you gotta do. That's why you have to do a lot of great things. The way this president is accomplishing a lot. It's beautiful. Beautiful place. Boy, I haven't seen a stalker around here. So they are around, so they are around. They have to be around here somewhere. But yeah, calling out MSNBC, that was the greatest thing. Or CNN, I don't know why. I know he's a lefty. He leans left. I know he's anti-Trump because like I knew he was anti. He was no Fox News. He was no like media. He was no gateway pundit. He was no freaking America First News, Newsmax. That was a freaking MSNBC. MSNBC, they're fake. They're liars. MSNBC claim to be in the middle, but they're freaking Marxists. They're not. They're not. They don't have transparency. They have bias. So when you have policy, that's why we have a good president. Like when you're strong in policy, you can win elections, and that's what we're doing right now. So for the good of the people, the good of America, the good of our nation. So yeah, there you have it. The White House reopens again. Everything is normal again, and yeah. Once you have strong policy, you can change a lot of things. Once you get rid of the woke agenda and indoctrination, you can win elections. Because now these generations will not be indoctrinated and you're gonna have different votes. That's how you win elections. Like, if you don't indoctrinate people, you fix this stuff, these generations will not be voting for that. First of all, they're not even gonna know that, and they probably there's gonna be a speech that's gonna say, like, in some time point, people were indoctrinated, and this is what we're teaching, and they against God. But now that we teaching you what's the right way, the God's way, America first, Christ is King, then obviously those people are not gonna vote for the woke agenda. They're gonna vote for like us. So that's how you win elections. Yeah, this is it. So I'm gonna just make myself around somewhere. I'm gonna go somewhere, and I'm gonna come back like in 3 hours, 2 hours or so, just to check what's been going on with Marxist Plaza that's getting dismantled. So that's pretty much this place. But yeah, you don't have people protesting no more because they're not a resistance. Listen, those people, let me be honest with you. Those people, they call themselves resistance. They're not resistance. They're just a bunch of criminals. They're criminals and thugs. They think they can just get away with stuff and go protesting, destroying properties, stalking people, and doxing. That's not a resistance. That's a crime. They're felons. They're criminals. They're thugs. And they all belong in prison. Corinne Clifford. I'll be wearing nothing but different. Okay, yeah, okay. So if you're gonna have those comments here, I cannot have you here. So yeah, I was put on by President Trump. I know this is a fake account. I know this is not her. So we're gonna kick it out. I know this is not Corinne Clifford. Like, why will someone comment something like that? Like, shit. Interesting. She and yeah, you just have to go through all these punks. You know, for example, like these punks, like they go after people like that. Like no, your reign is over. Your cycle is over. You're done. You lost. You know, her body, my choice, because it's over. Because they know it's over. They know we won the election. They know Trump is gonna be reelected in 28, no matter what. I don't care what the Constitution says. I don't care what people have to say. They stole for Trumpy. Now you're gonna have to pay us back. How are they gonna pay back? He's gonna get reelected in 28. So that's why we're fighting for him. You know. I gotta get going, people. You know, I'm not gonna extend myself no more. You know, I gotta do some things. So I gotta go eat something, take care of some stuff, and see. Let's see what happens. I'm hoping they paint that BS tonight. I'm hoping they paint the stuff tonight, and that's it. All right. See ya. Bye.